What's everybody?
Redo. Mulligan.
Wow. Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
What is up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy. We are back. Welcome to the first Tuesday of March here on Random Fandom Tuesday nights. This one, wow, episode number 53 of Random Fandom for the week of March 6th, 5th.
6th tomorrow.
I'm still spitting it out.
Close.
I've been busy, if you can't tell. Repopulating the studio, getting rid of all those pesky books. Who likes to read?
Lots of people.
I figure by the time I'm done this, it'll be time for a proper studio tour video.
I would think so.
/ toy collection video. So I think that is definitely going to be featured on an upcoming show.
Yeah, we haven't done one since like 2 Christmases ago. So.
Yeah, where it was just a sort of here's a condensed condensed look. But been working really hard at that. How are you doing, man?
Not too bad. A lot more stuff than I thought we had to cover this week.
Yeah, you were saying it's a heavy news item week this week.
Not many trailers, but of
course,
lots of toys.
Yeah, I noticed there was quite a bit going on. I just saw before we went live tonight. I just saw the next upcoming Transformer fan streams
for the 40th anniversary, I believe.
Yeah. I do loves me some Transformers.
Well, we got some of those tonight.
Ones that I can complain about?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it the 5-pack?
It might be.
I'm complaining.
There's 2 though.
I am so gonna complain about that. What?
There's 2 multi-packs, I think.
Oh, maybe I missed one.
Maybe.
All right. Well, before we get to the news, we better start off with another batch of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Yeah, everybody likes that stuff.
Also, don't forget that we are 100% audience participation. So hanging out with us in the live chat, we are taking your comments and questions all night. And if you are so inclined, you can pick up the phone. You can hit the WhatsApp link. It's in the description of the video below. The line is open. Don't wait for me to tell you to call because
you never know. Probably might.
Well, usually at the end. We do our last call for last call, but
that's true. It's kind of like a bar.
Seems to be when we generate the actual
nerd bar.
It is Random Fandom Trivia. Andy, what do you got for us this week?
All right, question for you.
Okay.
In the Disney film Hercules.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that one forever, but
is
sure.
The name of Zeus's evil brother. Is it
Loki,
Hades, or Poseidon?
Well, it is the Disney film, and I mean, there was only one of those characters that was pretty prevalent throughout the movie.
True.
Voiced by James Woods.
That would also be accurate.
Yeah. So I have my answer, and if that was a prompt for anybody who might be watching, let it be. But I won't say until we have at least one guess. So maybe we're going to get no guesses. I don't know.
You never know.
Folks, what do you guys think? Loki, Hades, or Poseidon? The name of Zeus's evil brother in Disney's Hercules.
True.
Not that ancient cartoon that we used to watch on.
No.
Well, I was going to say
Daedalus.
Yeah, Daedalus.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that wore the bucket on his head?
Wore the bucket on his head.
He couldn't take it off, right? Like if he had it on his head, he was invincible. It was the exact same voice as Daedalus.
Man,
now I'm gonna have to.
I don't know.
That's gonna.
I remember Newton and Toot.
And not Toot and Newton. It's Newton and Toot.
Yeah. And then there was Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina, Prince. Was it Prince John?
Maybe.
I can't.
Or wasn't he from Rocket Robin Hood?
There is, the same
animations.
Yeah, same company. But no.
We do have one answer though.
Kay's coming in with B. She's saying Hades. Kim coming in at A. Loki. Kim, what are you doing?
Maybe she hasn't.
Mythology. Mythology, you know this one.
Flipping the keyboard.
Maybe it is A. I don't know.
Well,
She's watching on a phone.
true.
All right. Well, let's get to it. What do we got?
For all it is, no, it is not A. It is B. Hades.
Oh, I was gonna hit the button, but oh my gosh, where did it go?
It left.
I was like, where's my thing? My winning bell.
They're there somewhere.
I don't know where my bell is. I lost my bell.
Isn't it over with Lexicon? I don't know. Maybe the guy in the box stole it.
There it is.
There you go.
I found my bell. Ah. Yeah, Hades, voiced by James Woods. I remember when this movie came out, the McDonald's tie-in. They had a bunch of premium McDonald's premium figures, which included one of the three-headed dog, Cerberus?
Yes.
Lots of good stand-in fodder for Dungeons and Dragons.
Facebook user says, "Ding,
ding, ding." Hello,
and
ding.
There was also the collector plates. Do you remember those?
I do not. Like actual plates?
No, they were like plastic, but they had designs from the movie.
Oh, sure. No, were those also fast food premiums?
They were McDonald's, yeah.
When's the last time you had McDonald's on a plate?
I don't think you were supposed to eat off these plates, but I'm sure some folks did.
I mean, it never looks better than it does in the commercial, and I'm sure that would really class it up.
Yeah.
Served on a plate.
Your Hercules meal served on a silver platter.
Yeah, really. Well, I guess we should start getting with the getting here. And I know you said we got a reprieve the last
we've had a reprieve
week.
the last couple of weeks, but
now we're gonna make up for it with
So voice of Salacious B. Crumb in Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Mark Dodson has passed away at the age of 64.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Never got a chance. No, I mean, that looks like he's at a convention there.
It does. The amount of Funko Pops.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like a modern convention.
Yeah. Could have been one of the ones that we've been at.
More or less.
What else you got? He's got voice credits in Gremlins as well.
He voiced some of the Mogwai. He is an official member of the 501st Legion.
Oh, that's cool.
In dozens of chapters all over.
That's very cool. How many of those are honorary?
I don't know.
I mean, it would be very hard to cosplay as Salacious Crumb.
It would be, yeah. Unless you do. I did meet one guy at a Comic-Con who had a Kermit the Frog puppet who was just walking around and voicing him.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen that guy.
Creative.
Was that in Toronto?
No, this was in Peterborough.
Okay. I bet you it's the same guy.
It might have been.
I bet it's the same guy. Not very many people do that.
No.
I mean, I don't personally know any puppeteers. Like, it's not exactly a field that everybody's rushing to get into.
True.
Well, that's cool, though. Yeah. I would love to see a full-sized Salacious B. Crumb cosplay, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Get one of your kids to do it.
Imagine how hot that would be.
Oh, but yeah, he was had a career spanning over 40 years. He started as a radio man, voice actor, and producer, and got his start with Return of the Jedi.
That's cool.
So,
do we know what the cause of death was?
He, I believe, passed away in his sleep. Oddly enough,
we could all be
waiting
so lucky
to go to a comic or an appearance the following day.
You think we could all be so lucky to die in our sleep?
Yeah, it was a heart attack while sleeping.
Sorry, how old was he?
60.
Oh wow, so he's not that old.
Yeah, no.
But that's unfortunate. Well, sorry to Mark's family and friends.
Yeah, but he also had voice roles in like 1985's Day of the Dead.
Okay.
Playing one of the zombies or several of the zombies, I guess.
Yeah.
He had a role in The Force Awakens.
Really?
As Nema Scavenger.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know who that character is too.
Yeah. And then lots of video games too, like Ghost Runner, Bendy and the Dark Revival, and Lego Star Wars, the saga.
Skywalker Saga. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He is survived by his daughter Sierra and his grandchildren. So
every time I watch something where there's a creature voicing, and I keep forgetting that a lot of the times it's not like a sample of animals, it's a person.
Yeah, making crazy high pitched noises.
Yeah.
Altering their own vocal
Well, that's very sad that we won't hear him anymore. So, well, I mean, we will, because every time we watch,
every time you watch Return of the Jedi
and Gremlins,
yeah,
absolutely. All right,
but keeping on, we also lost a beloved comic this past week. Richard Lewis has passed away.
Yeah, that one kind of was like, oh. Now, mind you, I didn't really watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, so I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw him in.
My favorite thing for him is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Well, that one did come up quite a bit this week.
It did,
yeah.
One of his best roles. But he passed away at the age of 76. Again, heart attack Tuesday night last week.
It's not something I guess when it's your time, though, it's your time.
Right? Yeah, and it was at his home in Los Angeles, according to his publicist Jeff Abraham. But he revealed back in April of last year that he'd been living with Parkinson's disease.
Oh wow!
So,
speaking, I don't mean to take anything away from the news about Richard, but speaking of Parkinson's, I read something this week that I wasn't aware of about Michael J. Fox, who also has Parkinson's. Did you know that he was a freaking chain smoker?
I did not know that.
Neither did I, but he'd made a point not to be seen on camera or out in public smoking. Apparently he wanted to keep that part of his life away from his profession because of those image issues. But yeah, Michael J. Fox, big time smoker. Well, maybe not anymore, but was in the younger days.
Back to Richard Lewis here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Starred alongside Jamie Lee Curtis back in the sitcom in 1988, I believe it was. Anything But
Love. Yeah.
Yeah. And she had some super nice words. And quoting here, it turns out he was a wonderful actor, deep and so freaking funny. And I guess the last text he sent to her was an effort to persuade execs at ABC and Disney to put out a box set full of episodes from the show.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So she also said that Richard Lewis is the reason she's sober.
I didn't know that Jamie Lee Curtis had an alcohol issue.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, that it is kind of private stuff, right?
Yeah.
So,
but she's quoted on that as saying, "He helped me. I'm forever grateful for him for the act of grace alone. I'm weeping as I write this. Strange way of saying thank you to a sweet and funny man. Rest in laughter, Richard."
It's amazing how people touch you in different ways, and I don't mean that in a funny way. I mean, literally touch your life, right?
Yeah.
And the people that come and go from your life, and you lose touch with people, and then suddenly they're gone, and you're left with this sense of like, did I say everything I wanted to say? Did I do all the things I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like she might have been sort of in one of those spaces when she wrote it.
But very unfortunately, he's not our last on this particular list.
No, this last one here, this one caught me off guard. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, former WWF legend Virgil has passed away at the age of 61.
Virgil originally came in as a I guess kind of male valet. Can we call him that?
Well, he was like the bodyguard for the $1 Million Man.
Yeah, let's be real. He'd like no bodyguards in the WWE.
Well, I mean, you look at him there. He was a physically imposing guy.
Yeah. I think a lot of us that grew up in that era kind of looked at that and went, "How come he's not wrestling?"
Yeah.
And then when he did, they didn't really give him any good push.
Not really, no. But real name Michael Jones. He's dealt with serious health issues in recent years, including several strokes and a dementia diagnosis.
That's awful.
Which sucks.
Now he's made the convention circuit quite a while. He's shown up at a bunch of the shows that we've been to in Toronto.
Yeah, he made his debut in wrestling in 1985 and would compete for promotions aside from WWF, Championship Wrestling. Excuse me. And he won the heavyweight title there.
Oh, wow.
As well as a tag team championship with Rocky Johnson.
Rocky Johnson?
Rock's dad.
You mean, oh, yeah. I was going to say Dwayne's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he moved on to WWF where he gained popularity and he served as his, bodyguard, manslave, whatever. Until he turned on him at SummerSlam 91.
Yeah.
And would eventually wrestle him at WrestleMania 7. Where he would defeat the $1 Million.
Was it for the $1 Million title?
It might have been the $1 Million belt.
Yeah. How many rhinestones?
That thing was stunning.
Could you imagine if they were all diamonds?
Oh.
What the value of that would have been?
Yeah.
Gibajigillions.
Yep.
Yes, that's a real word. No.
We got crazy measurements tonight coming up, though.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he went on to National Wrestling Conference and then to WCW, and he would continue to work with Hulk Hogan and other notable stars until his departure in 1999.
Yeah, I mean, I remember he was walking around one of the toy shows I was at. They had him there. One of the ones at in Mississauga.
Yeah. He got back into WWE in 2010 as Ted DiBiase Jr.'s bodyguard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
then he would go on to make several appearances as Soul Train Jones
Soul Train Jones
in AEW. So
that's something.
Yeah. But apparently he passed away peacefully at the hospital. So peacefully is all you can ask for.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Virgil.
Yeah, man.
But moving on to comic news. Todd McFarlane is about to drop a whole crap ton of Spawn on us.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, I'm seeing the number there, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, because current count, he has got 4 books coming out monthly: Spawn, King Spawn,
Sure,
Gunslinger, The Scorched, and
that's 4 right there.
That's 4.
Doesn't 4 that center around one character seem like enough?
Well, they're kind of spinning off. Like they've got a whole bunch of extra spawns right now.
Oh,
so
okay.
The Scorched focuses on like She-Spawn and Medieval and
right,
a few others there, and then Gunslinger focuses on him.
Well, how naive of me to think they all focused on one person.
Yeah.
No, there's more than one Spawn.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
But, apparently, by the end of this, he's going to have no less than 15 new titles.
Sounds like the height of the X craze in the 90s.
Yeah.
X-Men, X Factor, Excalibur, New Mutants. How many more do we need?
X-Force?
Yeah. Wow. When Spawn ruled the world.
Yeah. But they are just coming off that issue 350, which, again, biggest milestone for an independent comic, longest running one ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they really?
So far, yeah.
Independent. I mean, independent what? Because they're not publicly traded? Is that why? Is that how they
honestly I don't know
that? Because like what about like
Cerberus and stuff like that?
What about the original TMNT? It ran for a long time.
It did, but it never got to 350.
No, okay.
Like Mirage did some, and now IDW is doing some, and
yeah. But well, that's interesting. 15 new Spawn titles.
Yeah, and they're kicking it off what he's calling the new you.
So wait. It says 15 new titles. So does that mean in addition to the existing 4?
I would assume so.
So you've got a buttload of people writing this stuff, right?
So you are going to have to make a commitment like no other if you want to keep it all there.
I mean, it's great. It's great marketing. And at the height of the comic book craze, like when we were kids, I could see how that would like drive you nuts and you'd have to be all in. But I couldn't imagine.
Not today.
No, I just couldn't imagine doing it. No.
But he's kicking off this new Spawn line with the first one, Sam and Twitch Case Files, which is going to be like a, dark crime one relating on the fringes of the Spawn universe.
Like in the style of like film noir?
Yeah, I would think so.
It was a rainy night.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then kicking off in April is going to be another one called Rat City, which will focus on a new Hellspawn, Peter Cairn, who's actually a living guy rather than one that's been to hell and resurrected like Al Simmons was.
Okay.
Then in May, we're going to get this one for Monolith, written by Sean Lewis, and artist on that is going to be Valerio. I apologize for this pronunciation. Giorgiano.
Valerio Giorgiano. John. Wow.
Yeah.
Try this again. Valerio Giordano.
Much better than mine.
I think we're close. I am so sorry for messing that up.
Yeah.
Twice.
But it's going to explore the origins of the biggest Hellspawn.
Yeah.
And that's apparently just the tip of the iceberg. But there's also going to be, what are they saying here? Several more 4-issue limited series titled Misery.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be Medieval Spawn.
Okay.
And Spawn Kills Every Spawn.
We got a comment here now. This Facebook comment here.
Yeah.
Cerberus, Usagi Yojimbo, Gru.
Oh, I remember Gru.
Is Gru a McFarlane character?
No. But I think at one point Gru fell under the Marvel banner.
Yeah, Gru the Wanderer. I remember. Yeah, I remember in the Marvel days.
Yeah. But, I don't know how many of these 15 new titles are going to be ongoing, because they do say some of them are going to be like 4-issue limited series. But then in August, there's going to be a 6-issue Violator series.
Okay.
So whether or not it's 15 ongoing or 15
I don't know.
more side plots, I don't know.
Just a curiosity. I think that last comment was a reference to the independent comics.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
you know, over a dozen new titles on the horizon. So
if you were,
try and keep up.
yeah, I mean, if you were, it's Glenn. It's Glenn. Hello, Glenn. Yeah, pesky Facebook needing permission to display your name.
Yeah, after that flub this morning.
I don't know what happened. I got up early enough that it seemed to be working, and then I didn't look at it again. I didn't turn my computer on until like mid-afternoon. So,
well, mid-afternoon, the memes were already rolling out of
Oh, yeah.
Zuckerberg saying, "Quit it, or I'll turn it off again."
Yeah. That's funny. Oh man.
But with the movie sort of on the way, I mean, it's still not fully in production yet, but
Right. Well,
the wheels are spinning for it.
sure. But again, now that after the last update about well, if the studios aren't going to do it, I'll find another way.
Yeah.
Well, when you laid down the demand that this movie's not going to get made unless I direct it, and you wanted to go through the studio system, I mean, you got to start somewhere, but you don't just come out of, nowhere. I'm going to direct a movie.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like usually you've got some film experience.
well, they made the movie once already, so
How much did he have to do with that?
I don't know, but he had a
How
cameo.
much did he?
He did.
It's been a long time
He
since
played
I
Todd
watched
the
it.
Bum.
Todd the Bum.
Yeah, just a random homeless guy sitting in the alley.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's an interesting comment. Also, McFarlane wasn't the full-time creator spawn. He handed the reins over several times.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Let others run the book for him while he's running his McFarlane empire.
Yeah, exactly. I think toys kind of
Toys.
running a toy company would take up a fair amount of time, I would think.
Yeah,
Mind you, also running a publishing company.
that too.
Yeah.
But moving on here.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite version of Shaggy. Matthew Lillard has confirmed that he will return as Shaggy for an animated Scooby-Doo project.
I seem to recall not that long ago, one of the more recent Scooby-Doos that did not use him.
Yeah,
and
Scoob.
Yeah, and there was some
and people found out by watching the movie.
Yeah, like had no idea that it was happening, felt a little bit like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Like, have I been fired?
But he is quoted as saying, "I can't talk about it yet, but there's a new project for a new Scooby-Doo adventure. I've had the honor of voicing Shaggy for the last 16 years, and I'm going to keep on doing that as long as I can."
Yeah, the last 16 years, except for that one time. Except for that one time where they kind of did the thing and didn't even tell me.
Yeah.
But I think,
It'd be good to see him back.
fan-wise, like, because people picked up on that. Hey, that's not Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
I was reading about that today, actually, and the number of people that were commenting how much they felt that Matthew Lillard came very close to emulating Casey Kasem.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to agree, like going all the way back to the first live action Scooby-Doo, I think that was a great casting choice.
Yeah.
Zoinks! Yo!
But carrying on here. Confirmed now, Mark Hamill's Joker and Kevin Conroy's Batman will reunite one last time.
So this has been floating around for, I don't know, a little while now.
A little while, because everyone thought it was going to be Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
I thought I'd heard something saying that there was at least one, and I don't know if it was the game or if it was, by the way, that game's not getting,
no, it's not
doing so well.
But,
or another animated project. So I guess this is the last one.
Yeah, Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3.
So the first one is out now. I saw it on the shelf, so presumably I can get it digitally now. I have to get it and watch it.
Part 2 is just coming out.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the book, and so I feel like I need to see the adaptation of this.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean, Mark Hamill's also expressed, without Kevin, he doesn't see
There's
a reason.
No more Joker.
He doesn't see a reason to do the Joker anymore, and I can't argue with that.
No,
I can't. So sad that we lost Kevin.
Yeah. they have revealed the full voice cast.
Oh yeah, lay it on me, man. Who?
We've got Corey Stoll portraying Lex Luthor. He was in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh, was he Cross? Aaron Cross?
Maybe.
Was he? Yeah, because he came back. No, Quantum. Yeah, because he came back as MODOK.
Yes.
I think that's who we're talking about. Hang on a second.
He's taking over Lex Luthor for Zachary Quinto.
I'm gonna look that.
So,
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Like
other names making their debuts in part 3 include Katie Sackhoff as Poison Ivy.
Oh, that's going to be a different take.
Ashley Birch will be taking on Nightshade and Queen Mara.
Okay.
Brian Bloom will do Adam Strange and Sidewinder. And Arrow's Alicia Rotero will do Black Canary.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So
So again, I am very much looking forward to this. Certainly I've watched enough clips of part 1 to know that although I'm not thrilled with the animation style, not really. I am very interested in seeing the film.
This next one here, sticking with DC, Superman Legacy has got its first title change.
You mean just Superman now?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
So,
and does that not look?
That's like the Brandon Roth logo.
No.
Close.
No, not even remotely close. The Brandon Roth S was a pretty much the classic S, but smaller. That looks like the Earth 2 logo, which looks very much like the Kingdom Come logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did drop that they are getting rid of the Legacy in a Instagram post.
I like the quote that they used.
Yeah, he says, "When I finished the first draft of the script, I called the film Superman Legacy.
Yeah.
By the time I locked the final draft, it was clear the title was Superman. And it'll be making our way to you in July 2025.
I am I wouldn't say a huge Superman fan, but like, let's be real. It's freaking Superman.
Yeah. Like,
this makes me happy. I am very much okay that the movie is just Superman.
Yeah.
Love that idea.
I mean, a little confusing, but
sure.
I mean, I guess that's no different. I mean, if you can follow Fast and the Furious's naming convention, this is no problem.
Yeah. Well, Silver Spiders here on YouTube says, I've been buying all the physical copies of Batman with Kevin Conroy, one of my childhood shows that I still watch occasionally. It's all on Netflix right now.
Yeah, they finally got the animated
what,
series.
six seasons of if you include the new Batman and Robin adventures?
Yep.
I think I've got 5 of them physically, and I've got all of Batman Beyond.
Nice.
Yeah. God, actually, all of those I picked out of a bargain bin in a superstore. Nice. Yeah. I don't think I paid more than $15 for any one of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Facebook material looks like the Facebook. Jesus.
Physical.
The physical material looks like the Routh one, but not the design. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. But yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in for a new Superman movie. It's my favorite DC character by a long shot. So
yeah. But in the post here, it is looking like, a little bit of snow-covered Superman. So crash land in the
does.
Arctic?
It does look like snow. Well, wait a minute.
Or is he frozen in time like Captain America?
Red sun and he crashed in Siberia.
Oh no.
Come on, tell me that wouldn't be one of the best adaptations ever.
Yeah.
That thing is I know
it's never been done live action.
I was gonna say, I thought they did it in animation.
Yes. Yes, they have.
Which I didn't think was as good as the book.
No.
But yeah, that would be a pretty cool.
Yeah. Warner Brothers has a July 11th, 2025 date for the film. So whether or not it meets that date, I guess we'll see.
Oh, hey, before we move, while we're talking about DC movies, for all of our fans in Canada, if you have subscribed to Crave, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is out now.
So you can watch all 4 minutes and 55 seconds of Amber Heard.
The way it feels like she has much more.
Apparently her total screen time.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Listen, all of that stuff between her and the lawsuit, all of that aside, her role within the movie, her role within the script, it's good. It's good. It's fairly well written. Like there is a real reason for her to be there.
Yeah, she's like,
oh, that's absolutely on the nose.
Fortress of Solitude.
Fortress of Solitude. Absolutely. And I want to see crystals. Give me growing
Yes.
crystals.
But not like the ones in
Superman Returns.
Yeah. We're not growing real estate here.
Don't build me an island.
No.
Yeah.
Then he'll just have to throw it in the sun again. But another, I guess this one counts as a sequel. But Tron 3 has revealed a first look.
I am super excited about this. I am a huge Tron Legacy fan. I think Tron Legacy is might be one of the perfect nerd sequels ever. Love it. So I'm interested in this. I see that it looks like they're sticking to a similar aesthetic as Legacy, but there's some subtle differences here, like the data disc isn't round on his back. Yeah. And I mean, if that's supposed to be Jared Leto tweeted this out, by the way.
So I believe it would be him.
If this is his character, the red, it's like, is he playing a villain? Is this going to be from the villain's perspective?
Maybe.
I'm not a huge Jared Leto fan. I don't think he's a great actor. No. But I'm a huge Tron fan. Yeah, well, let's not even go there. Yeah. Morbius, anybody?
Oh.
We were watching it the other day. Kim was watching it, and it's like there's one line where he's like, he actually says, and it's kind of goofy. He's like, and it's like, ooh, do you think they could have like reworked the line to say something else? But yeah, so I love the look of what's going on here. I hope that they don't abandon everything that was established in Tron Legacy.
I can't see them doing that.
Well, I mean, they're
saying it's going to serve as a direct sequel to Legacy. So,
oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with this.
Yeah. Directed by Joachim Roning.
Who? Where? What?
Joachim Roning.
Oh, Joachim. Oh, wow. I think that's a wa.
I am very sorry about that.
Yeah. That's okay. Joachim Roning. If that's right. I don't recognize that accent.
I don't.
That's okay. We're not exactly great with the names here on the show. We try. That's a pretty awesome comment too. The Daft Punk soundtrack. How do you score a movie that's inside a computer, other than getting guys that do electronic music? And they made a cameo in the movie.
Nice.
They were in the nightclub scene, which I thought was pretty cool. Libations for everybody. I love that soundtrack. It's actually one of my favorite soundtracks as well.
Which you can go back and check out.
That's right. That's right. If it hasn't been muted.
It might be. There's still images to look at.
I was going to say that a couple of times we were like, copyright, screw it. Let's do it anyway.
Yep. If all goes to plan, this will be in theaters December 19th, 2025. So
yeah, I'm
just in time for Christmas.
Totally down for it.
Next up here, Disney Plus has revealed their March lineup. And
there's only one thing that matters on that list,
basically,
and the picture is right there, says it all. And I'm not talking about Taylor Swift. No, the other picture.
Yeah, X-Men 97 season 1 is getting a 2-episode premiere on March 20th.
Have you been watching the Disney Plus lately?
I've been watching other stuff on Disney.
When you log in, have you noticed on the rotating banner that it's now part of the rotating banner? New series coming. Yeah. So it looks pretty cool.
Silver Spider, and I'm going to get it right this time. X-Men for the win.
For the win. X-Men, fuck the world. It's an easy mistake to make.
Thank you, Silver Spider.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there's some other weird title. Like I guess some folks will be looking forward to Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Yeah, I mean,
already gone and seen it in theaters.
Listen, I appreciate her as an artist, as somebody who's out there doing it. I think it's what she's doing is pretty awesome, and I'm not a fan of her music. I don't not like her, but I don't go out of my way to.
There's a couple tracks that are all right.
Listen, the coolest thing in my book as a rock guy was way back when she was still a country artist, and she did a CMT special with Def Leppard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, check that out. That's worth watching.
Yeah, and then there's my celebrity encounter when she was still a no one.
What happened?
I was maybe 20 feet away from her, and I snubbed her for an autograph.
Was she giving them out like for free?
At that point, I think she might have been.
You should have got. Well, I guess you just weren't on that.
Well, I had taken Jen to a Rascal Flatts concert, and
that makes sense. Was she the opener?
She was the opener for the opener. Gary Allen was
wow.
the second opener, and Taylor Swift was the first opener.
So she was really, really early.
Really,
on.
really early.
Wow.
She was literally at a table signing CDs with no security. And I had gone.
That's amazing.
I didn't give a crap about Gary Allen, so I went to the lobby to get Jen a sweater.
Sure.
With Rascal Flats on it or whatever.
Yep.
And I looked over, I'm like, oh, there's that chick that was just on stage. So I walked back to the chair. I'm like, did you want her autograph or something? And she's like, nah.
No. Isn't that something?
So,
missed
opportunity.
And isn't I was going to say that hindsight being 2020.
Yeah. But
Swift. Yeah, that's kind of where I am too. Like, take her or leave her. Nothing against her. I think she's a wonderful artist. Just it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Look at that March 30th. What the hell is that? Sperm World.
I haven't seen any trailers or anything. So.
What?
What are you doing now?
Speaking of Disney Plus, at least for those of us who are watching in Canada, Shogun has dropped the first 2 episodes. I've been watching, and I gotta say, just 2 episodes in, and it is already better than the original miniseries in just about every way.
Nice.
It is fantastic. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it.
Excellent. But we got some toy news.
Oh, we're switching over to plastic that makes me mad.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we won't make you mad right off the hop here.
Okay, that's good. You got to warm me up to it.
Yeah. Stranger Things executive producer Eric Robes showed off on Instagram yesterday.
Oh, yes. I saw this.
2-pack. Skeletor and the Demogorgon.
None of these Stranger Things crossovers have really made me go, like, and this one, I like the marketing. I like the way that the packaging has been done.
Is upside
it's
down.
From the upside down.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's not my thing.
I think it's more the producer's thing because he was a Motu fan when he was young.
Yeah.
And the accompanying photo is him holding up like Point Dread, I believe.
I saw that. Yeah. What's interesting is it's got the Netflix branding on the box.
Yeah. So it is official tie-in.
Yeah, for sure it is. And I mean, we've got both properties have a presence on Netflix right now. So made by Mattel.
Yeah, this is going to be a 2-pack that'll be a Target exclusive in the US, so it'll show up somewhere up here.
That's cool. That's a great reuse of the Beastman body, but and those look like new feet.
Mm-hmm.
New feet, new head.
Not reused feet from the Masterverse Moss Man.
Oh, I never considered that.
Possibly.
I never considered that, but
I missed this.
That's possible.
Facebook user said is episode 1
episode 1 maybe Days of Past Future.
Oh, maybe
that's an interesting thought,
because I know they did the Days of Future Past in the original run.
There's a couple things that they adapted in the original. That was one of them. Phoenix Saga was the other.
That's the best adaptation of the Phoenix Saga so far.
Some of the Age of Apocalypse stuff they kind of touched on
a little bit,
but not a full adaptation for sure. But
no,
yeah, I mean, do they kind of tie up stuff from the original show? Do they spring off of that? I know Xavier Charles is gone.
Yeah, he's slated for death.
Yeah. Coming back to this pack though, notice the nice the Dungeons and Dragons tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the weapon
on the end of the weapon.
Yeah, it's 20-sided dice.
Yeah.
All right, that's
little
cute.
Flame effects attached to it.
That's cute. Yeah, but that's all it is for me. It's cute.
Fair enough.
My wife is a Stranger Things fan, so maybe she'll want the Demogorgon, and I'll just put Skeletor in my collection.
Maybe.
As I'm thumbing one of the Masters of the Universe weapons as we're doing this.
But that's not the only one they revealed. At the time they revealed it, there was also 3 others. Lord Grasp.
Oh, so
Terror.
Really?
And Necroconda.
Grasp was done in classics under Super 7.
Was he?
Yeah. Terror. I don't know who that is, but that looks like
it looks like a mix between Ratlore and Trapjaw.
You've got looks like Ratlore's neck. You've got Trapjaw's arm. You've got
head.
It's not. I don't think that's Web Store. I think that's either Whiplash.
Maybe.
I think that's a reuse of the Whiplash head, and it looks like the Mosquitor boots. For sure, that's the Mosquitor boots, the big square blocky things.
Yeah.
Those are interesting choices. Now, I don't know where are the origins of these characters. I'm not familiar with Terror.
Familiar with these guys at all.
Nor am I familiar with Necroconda.
Unless these are like more tie-ins where
I mean, presumably Necroconda is part of the Snake Men.
you would think so.
Yeah.
Along with Terror as well, because
Interesting.
snake tail, right?
I mean, they're really digging. Either these are new figures or they are digging so deep into the concepts that never got made.
True.
Because like these are pretty obscure. Like Grasp is pretty obscure with the reuse of the Clawful Claw.
Yeah.
The claw. Hey, Major, do you guys remember Mossman smelling like patchouli?
Truly.
So yes,
I remember him smelling pine fresh.
he did. So patchouli. Stinkor came with the patchouli smell.
Yeah.
Mossman came with the
Evergreen fresh.
yeah, like he'd been dipped in pine sol.
Yeah.
And then they did that again in Masters of the Universe Classics in the mail order line. They did the same thing. So those characters were scented as well.
Yeah, it was just mixing something in with the plastic, was it not? Like a scent chip or something?
I don't know what they ended up doing if it was in the mix that they used. It's lasted, you know.
I'll never forget the look on my daughter's face when I was at a show and I picked up a Mossman and I started sniffing him. And she's like, "What are you doing?
Why are you smelling the
I'm
toys?"
like checking for any leftover pine freshness.
So I have it on good authority. A friend of mine is a devout Stinkor fan and has collected several
Army build?
has tried to army build them. And here we are, 35, 40 years later.
Yep.
A collection of them together still smells pretty
Pretty funky.
pretty stinky. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You got my skunkor on my Mossman. Yes, Stinkor.
All good. But moving over to some McFarlane stuff now.
Hey, we already talked about this about like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Earth 2 Superman from the Ghosts of Krypton.
Okay, so maybe it's not the Earth 2 logo. Isn't that weird? Look at the comic cover, and then look at the figures S. That S is more like the Henry Cavill, the Man of Steel logo.
Almost like the electric blue version way back.
Oh my god. Like Superman red, Superman blue?
Yeah.
Dumb. Sorry. I love Superman, but
that was a weird
dumb.
phase.
Amazing that and it's a page puncher?
Yeah, but it's not one of those little 3-inch ones.
Because that looks like a multiverse sized.
It is a 7-inch scale figure.
So why are they are they going to start doing page punchers with?
They have actually released a bunch of full size figures with the comics.
I've seen them. They're in the black and
maintaining
white
the page puncher thing.
Oh, the box. It looks like a page puncher box. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, but
that suit looks almost like mechanical.
Well, some people are wondering if it's a reuse of the Superman or the super suit Lex Luthor.
Oh,
with just a different symbol.
Interesting.
But
I mean, the
I
S
haven't
does
seen them
look
side
like
by side, but
the S shield does look like it could be something that's tacked on.
Yeah,
it's cool though. I like it. But I don't know if it's for me.
Yeah, but apparently it's a 4-part comic series.
Sure.
Goes to Krypton, and it'll be launching for pre-order March 6th. So
interesting.
Tomorrow.
Interesting. Now this is the Earth 2 Superman. Is he not the guy that went on to be the president?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, president of Earth.
Cool.
While still being the Superman.
While still being a superhero.
Yeah. But then the next one there, Brainiac from the Ghosts of Krypton line.
When you sent this over earlier this week, I'm like, wow, that's like the love child between General Grievous and 1980s superpowers Brainiac.
Yes, it is.
I do like this look. I'm really surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, he's still got his little 3 purple buttons on the chest there, but
yeah, and then of course the tri on his head.
Yeah,
but that does look an
like
awful lot
looking figure.
It does evoke the superpowers figure, quite a bit for me.
Yeah, at least the face of the ship, anyway.
Yeah.
But then continuing on here, we also have the ghost of General Zod.
Speaking of Mossman,
yeah,
that face. I mean, it looks rather. I guess
sunken eyes, and
I was going to say kind of zombie-like,
beard growing, and
a little bit zombie-like.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this.
I have not read this arc, so
I know nothing about it. They look cool.
Yeah.
Again, though, one of my things I don't like about action figures. I don't like translucent action figures. It's hard. They're hard to look at.
And he is definitely looking like he's a glowy.
Oh my god. Yeah, that color green plastic for sure
Yeah.
he's a glow in the dark.
Yeah.
He's the new Toxic Avenger.
No.
The Toxic Revenger.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's our little friend.
Who?
Tiberius, whatever.
Tiberius.
Isn't it Tiberius Lane? Short dude. Peter Dinklage.
Oh, Tywin Lannister?
I don't know. I still haven't watched
From Game of Thrones? Yeah, Tywin Lannister.
I haven't watched it yet.
Tiberius.
Tiberius.
Funny I pieced that together. All you had to do is say Peter Dinklage.
Well, I couldn't remember that name either.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
He's the new Toxic Avenger.
That's right. Yeah.
But sticking with toys here. This one is oh, there you go. Thank you for the correction.
Oh, Tyrion. No, not Tywin. Tyrion. That is correct. Wow. We've both been corrected now.
I still haven't watched it, so
I should just,
yeah.
There we go.
Next up on the McFarlane, though, we do have Azrael in his Batman armor from Nightfall.
And I'm thinking, didn't we already get this?
Yes, we did. We got him in blue when he first took over the mantle, but this is where he goes red and kind of pushes stuff way too far.
Yeah, where this is leading up to Bruce Wayne coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah.
No, I'm not done.
You're doing Batman wrong, so I'm gonna come back. So.
Yeah. Is this the same mold?
I don't know for sure, but it would not shock me because I believe it was just like a recoloring.
Yeah, I kind of think it might be.
Maybe some extra little.
It sure does. It sure does scream 90s though, doesn't it?
Yeah, lots of points and claws.
Yeah, and I mean the pouches on the
side. I have pouches.
Thigh pouches. It makes everything more edgy. Just put more pouches.
Yeah.
But especially Batman. If anybody's gonna have pouches, it's Batman. Yeah. I mean, utility belt screams pouches.
Utility belt.
That's right.
Movie.
What happens? What happens when he's got to grab something from the pouch on the back of his leg? Right.
Awkward.
Yeah. Exactly.
Still McFarlane, but no more Batman. Channy from Dune.
Did I tell you that I got to see it on a advanced screening?
You did, and you said it was a masterpiece.
I don't use the words cinematic masterpiece very often, but when you put it together with part one, together, it very much is a cinematic masterpiece. Right now, Dune Part 2 is my front runner for best movie of 2024.
Nice.
We got a long ways to go, and there's a lot coming out this year, but right now, Dune is my front runner.
Still Deadpool.
That might actually dethrone it. I don't know. We'll see. I love Dune. I love the book. I love the David Lynch movie. It's campy. It's a lot of fun. I look at these and I go, they all just have that brown blah color palette, which to me just doesn't make for a great action figure.
Yeah.
It's not to say that they aren't good figures, because
surely they are. Soft goods cloak.
I just shedded a beard hair on my microphone. Throw that away. Sorry. She looks like the character. She looks like how the character is supposed to look like in the movie.
Yeah. 7-inch scale, includes a Chris knife, soft goods cloak, collectible art card, and an environmental base.
All right, here's your Dune lesson for the day. What is the Chris knife made of?
I would assume some sort of crystal.
No. It is one of the teeth from a sandworm.
Oh no, a teeth from the popcorn bucket?
The infamous popcorn bucket. I found the infamous popcorn bucket when I went to the movie theater.
I hope you used it for its correct
purpose. I made my wife, Kim, put your hand in the popcorn bucket so I could take a picture. So here's the deal with the popcorn bucket, because that is the meme that won't go away. It is silicone. So you literally you literally put your hand through it to retrieve the popcorn in and out. And it absolutely looks like what you think it looks like. Speaking of the memes that write themselves, the last one I saw was literally, I'm just here to fuck the popcorn bucket. We're an adult show. It's not within the first 15 seconds. We can get away with that.
We're good now.
So Silver Spider. No, I did not buy one, but I had it in my hand. I looked at it. I made all the stupid jokes about it, and I took pictures. But yeah, it was funny. And it's deceivingly big. Like it's quite like the pictures on
It'll accommodate anyone.
well, seriously, because it's on one of those steel metal buckets.
Yeah.
It's quite large by the time you see it. It's really big. So yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So Dune, go see the movie if you're an action figure collector and you don't have any of the vintage figures in your collection from the Lynch movie. These would be completely, totally serviceable.
The first wave was a McFarlane one, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, and I think
Build a figure.
yeah, it was Dave
Bautista's
not Fade. Raban. Raban was the build a figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think they're listing any sort of build a figure for this go around, but
yeah, I mean, they kind of got a lot of the heavy hitters out of the way in the first wave. So, yeah, cool piece of terrain though you're going to get with that, and a soft goods jacket.
Yeah. This next one coming from Hasbro, revealed on the Hasbro Pulse G.I. Joe fan stream. Cobra is striking back with the Cobra Hiss Techno Viper.
This is
HMS.
You know, this is the part that is this where I can get angry now?
Maybe
I'm going to go. Years ago, before G.I. Joe Classified came out, people were clamoring, give us a 6-inch G.I. Joe line.
Yeah.
And I said the only way that I would get into a 6-inch G.I. Joe line was if it was faithful to Real American Hero. Fast forward a couple of years, the first wave of figures, what'd you get? You got that cool 00
Snake Eyes.
You got the 00 Snake Eyes, which, by the way, I'm going to be putting this up for sale here pretty soon. Ooh. And he was great. And then the retail release came out and it was a piece of crap. And then all of the first wave of figures, Duke, Roadblock, Scarlet, were all based on the mobile video game. And they basically were Fortnite. They had the Fortnite treatment. Absolute garbage. Now, I had said that a 6-inch G.I. Joe line would make for an amazing convention exclusive.
Yeah.
You want to do a convention exclusive, and G.I. Joe's been famous for doing this over the years, is you take the original, 13 Joes?
Yeah.
You break them down into a 6-pack and a 7-pack, and you sell the 82 line. Just the characters from 82, and you make them faithful to Real American Hero, give them all the updates like Classified has finally gotten to. But the HMS, this is where I get to my complaint. The HMS was part of the 82 line. It was the MMS. It was in green, and it was the vehicle that came with the original General Hawk. Why are we getting this Cobra version before we get to one of the original 13 Joes?
Is they've already released the Hiss tank?
Well, that's an acceptable answer.
Mind you had to get the Hiss tank from the
from the HasLab.
Yeah,
you had to give blood to get the damn thing. No, this should have been done with Hawk, 82 Hawk.
Fair enough.
And it should be green. Damn it.
Well, that's what repaints are for.
Listen, I know I rag on G.I. Joe Classified series a lot, but the truth is, it's a great line now. It's just taken this long to figure it out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I dipped out. I was too angry and I just couldn't wait. I couldn't invest in how long it took them to get their shit sorted out. So I don't collect it anymore.
Fair enough. I collect some of them though. The ones I had when I was a kid.
That's an easy way to do it. But if you were like me, you know how many Joes I had as a kid?
A few.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at that. We got JoJo's Toy Chest coming in here tonight.
Hey.
JoJo's Toy Chest. Hey, guys. Hello. How are things tonight where you are?
I know recently she went out for a toy hunt and came home with a whole series of Rocky figures.
The NECA ones?
I believe they might be.
Oh, that's cool. I've got a couple.
I know my friend down in Lindsay, he's got a few of them.
I've got a couple.
They're really nice looking.
I've got Rocky 4, Rocky, and
Drago?
No, Apollo. Which, in light of Carl Weathers, seems to be rather fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped out on the Yvonne Drago. I didn't like the
sculpt.
No, not when I've already got, movie He-Man. I'm good.
True.
I've got all the Dolph Lundgren I need. It's not really Dolph Lundgren in the He-Man line, but
true.
It's supposed to be.
Close enough. But back here, our Techno Viper comes in the Cobra Hiss deco and contains 8 character-inspired accessory pieces, including a field backpack, connector hose, power wrench, power claw, power hammer, wrist-mounting holographic projection, which is kind of neat,
That's cool.
and 2 weapon accessories. And then the HMS is a towable missile launcher, which has the hook to hook it to the back of the Hiss.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway. Stabilizer leg, detachable control panel, and adjustable tow hitch. But
Fair enough. It is what it is, and it looks great for what it is. It just should have been green and a Joe vehicle.
It's available for pre-order now on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, and not a crowdfunded thing either.
No, just
which is kind of cool.
Pre-order.
Kind of cool. I would suspect that was coming out whether the Hiss tank funded or not.
Probably.
When you talk about the development cycle for toys, you're talking 1 to 2 years before retail, right? So this was in the pipe when the Hiss was being solicited.
But moving on now, sticking with Hasbro, but Transformer time.
All right.
Here we go.
Hit me with it.
Transformers Legacy.
Oh, I'm okay with this one.
United Doom and Destruction Collection.
Yeah. It's too bad. I really would just I just want the Insecticon.
Yeah.
I don't care about the other guy.
Yeah. So we get the Mayhem Attack Squad 3-pack.
Yeah.
Includes Chop Shop and Barrage.
Yeah, Chop Shop looks great.
Micromaster, Wrecker, Malus, Minotaurus, and 6 blaster accessories and 2 clear blast effects.
They're great. I'm not gonna lie, they're great. I don't know how they're gonna compare to their other recent releases. Transformers is this never-ending cycle of increased price and less plastic. Right? They've never been more hollow than they are right now, and it seems like the only way to avoid that is to stick to third-party or Masterpiece or Studio Series Transformers, which seem to suffer the least. But certainly sculpt-wise, they look great.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be passing on both of these because it is outside of my Transformer rule. I only do for Transformers. I only do seasons 1 and 2 of the G1 cartoon and the 86 movie. That is it.
And then the other half, I don't know if I've got these all written right or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I don't. But the Mayhem Attack Squad 2-pack includes Breakdown and Windsweeper plus Target Master Decepticon Ozone and Target Master Decepticon Clean Sweep, along with a hammer, Gatling gun, and drill tip, mace, and shield accessories.
We've got a straight up reuse of the bulkhead mold that just was recently used. So that to me is a bit of a disappointment, but that's the toy industry for you. Yeah. And again, squeeze as much as you can out of it.
Yeah. These are available pre-order Amazon with limited availability, also on Hasbro. And now you can go pre-order.
Yeah. So. I thought you were going to show me the 5-pack.
Well, that's next.
Oh.
So now that you're all primed for it.
All right. This is absolutely sinful, if you ask me.
The amount of angry emojis on this post.
Oh, there was quite a few.
Crazy.
Quite a few.
Yeah, the Transformers Generation Select Legacy United Autobots Stand 5-pack.
So, and everybody's like, just give us Hound by itself because every other figure has been released once already,
which is kind of dirty.
Although I need it. I need a new Sunstreaker. I just keep holding out for something better looking than that one. Because that's like a reuse of like the, oh my God, what was it? Yeah, there it is again. Better lighting too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the robot looks okay. The car does not look very good.
Mm.
And that Hound is a definite improvement over the last one. Yeah.
But it features Autobot Jazz, Sunstreaker, Trailbreaker, and Wheeljack and Hound.
I feel it's kind of weird that they're trying to get this achieve this cartoon deco, and they're using sort of they're painting out all of the windshields and that sky blue color that they're using is supposed to look like cartoon glass.
Reflected glass.
I guess so. I mean, your mileage may vary with that. I'm not a big fan of that. I want my robots to look like robots.
Yeah.
They don't have to look like they did in the cartoon. In fact, I'd prefer them to look more robot-ish. Because in the cartoon, parts literally just disappeared off of them when they transformed. So, but again, yeah. Do I think that any of these are going to get a re-release? I don't know. I hope so.
Hopefully the Hound.
I mean, Transformers, again, I mean, there's not many other toy lines that have been on retail shelves every year since they came out. And here we are, Transformers still kicking along. And G1 continuing to prove that it is the powerhouse of the franchise.
Yep.
Because that's the one they keep going back to.
G1 inspired.
Yeah, absolutely.
But available for pre-order now on Hasbro Pulse. So
not for this guy.
No.
I will wait until I can get them individually and just pick out the ones that I want. Looking at you, Sunstreaker and Hound. I have the other ones.
There you go. So Rogue's curves have been in the news a lot lately. How
oh my god!
In the new X-Men 95
Listen, that is all I gotta say. Now I've seen a few posts.
I love the Apocalypse,
and that one I actually thought was funny. But going back to one of the other ones that I saw, where the question was, where did it go? In reference to her buttocks,
her curviness.
The number of comments, first of all, the number of comments was insane, but the sincerity of the comments, all I have to say to all of the adult men who are going to watch this, grow up.
Oh, come on.
Just grow up.
Did they ruin their first cartoon crush?
Grow up.
Well, because you're growing up now, you might be able to afford this next one coming out of Mondo.
Oh, I saw that.
It is a 6th scale Rogue from the animated series.
I think she looks great.
Yeah.
I love the hair. The 80s. There is more hairspray in there than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm not a huge fan of the cell shading.
I did not realize how many of these figures they already had out the door, though. Like
that Mondo had.
Yeah, like they've got 2 Wolverines, a Sabretooth, Jubilee, Cyclops.
All from the animated series.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
Omega
not.
Red, Sabretooth.
I didn't
believe
know
Magneto.
Do we get a price point on these?
$210 American.
$210 US. Wow.
Yeah. So if you got money to burn, she stands 11.75 inches high, comes with a multitude of different hands and a swappable head, as well as an energy draining effect.
I guess so. She's got the angry face too, like an extra head there.
Yeah, so she can, be angry at you and kick your ass.
Or is that, anger after she's already absorbed somebody who's angry?
Could be.
Maybe.
Or it's just anger at all the memes. Huh?
I thought you were going to actually show on to the memes.
No. But if you go to Mondo, there is one animated GIF where they do give you the 360.
Of the figure. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
you can see that her curves are intact.
All right. Well,
so if you got money to burn, there you go.
It's a cartoon, for crying out loud.
I know. But again, if you got money to burn, 30HK has another one for you.
Oh, 30.
Oh,
I saw this, and the first thing I said, I sent you a message saying, do you remember when Sideshow did their 12-inch Joes?
Yep.
This is how I would have loved Classified to be interpreted. Like, this is Commando, Commando Snake Eyes, and he really does look like a commando. That's how I would have loved G.I. Joe Classified to have been done. More real world, less sci-fi.
But this one here is 6 scale, stands 12 inches tall, features a highly detailed, hand-tailored fabric costume over a fully articulated body, equipped with multiple character-inspired accessories, lots of posability. Also includes a pistol, a submachine gun, tactical knife, 2 katanas, 3 stun grenades, and a total of 4 pairs of interchangeable hands.
I've been so used to seeing Snake Eyes' sword as a curved sword that it's nice to see this reinterpreted as just a straight blade.
Straight,
yeah. I like that. And again, we've talked about this before, but this is a great example about the use of soft goods on action figures. And it's true. The bigger they are, the better the soft goods look, because the thread count is a lot easier, is less jarring. But that looks really good. The only thing, I guess, if I would to nitpick, the red goggles are just a little too much for me. Yeah. If it had been blacked, like just blacked out, I'd been fine with that.
True.
But it's cool. It's a great figure.
And it's available now on Hasbro Pulse for pre-order through
For
April 24th.
$1 billion.
Yeah, I don't have the price point on this one, but I'm assuming it's a fig zero, right?
For 3-0 prices.
Yeah, it's going to cost you. But this next one might cost you a little bit. It's not exactly an action figure, but it is a collectible. From McFarlane, it is the Zatanna 1/8 scale resin statue based on J. Scott Campbell's.
Sorry, what scale? 1/8.
1/8.
Oh, so it's not quite 12 inches then. It's probably what?
9.5.
9.5. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Hand numbered on the base and made of poly resin.
Okay. I've got some poly resin stuff. It's actually quite cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, would you say limited edition of how many?
I don't know how many, but they do say limited edition. So,
all right. So it's still a mass market product. So
yeah, pre-orders launched today at select retailers. So, if you're a fan of the magician, it's a good display.
She's almost got there's like a cartoon quality to her almost. Yeah. There's a very interesting style choice that they've made here with this one.
J. Scott Campbell's artwork, he is a very distinct style with the ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what character he draws, they all tend to have a similar aesthetic.
But that's sort of the mark of any artist, right? Yeah. Like that's how you identify somebody is by their style, right?
Yeah.
Still, it's cool.
Yeah. And then this last piece here is more news than toy. McFarlane Toys and AMC Inc. new licensing have a new agreement. So it's paving the way for more Walking Dead figures.
Okay. When the Walking Dead was brand new and there was was it McFarlane that did them?
Yeah, but they were a lot smaller scale.
Yeah, they were like 5-inch,
maybe 4 or 5 inch.
4 or 5 inch. Yeah, they were huge. And I can remember when we still had we'd just gotten into the retail business at the time, and people were asking, do you have Walking Dead? And we were just sort of behind that, so we didn't. And yeah. But then it died off really quickly because I think that's when what's his name left the show.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah. When that happened,
or Daryl Dixon, I guess.
Yeah. When he left, and then the little kid grew up, like the demand for Walking Dead stuff just plummeted, right? Like you couldn't give it away after that.
Well, they're still cranking out TV shows.
Well, now he's come back.
Yeah, that's true.
So everybody that maybe bailed on at that point, maybe are coming back.
True.
So yeah.
No idea when anything's going to be let out, but you would assume they'd try and tie it up with some sort of TV release.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But that does bring us to the end of our toy news.
Nice.
And, it's time for our next segment.
Oh, is it? Okay, let's fire up the machine.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
Okay, it is lexicon for this week. I was on the ball this week. I actually, thank you for the reminder, by the way.
No problem.
With a little bit of prompting, I actually got my stuff done. So I do have a word for you this week. Lexicon is the word game where I present you with a completely nonsensical but 100% real word. I'm going to give you 3 definitions. Your job is to pick the correct one. And if I've done my job correctly, then I will fool you all and I will pull off the con.
Nice.
Are you ready for this week's word?
What do you got for us?
This week's word is
throttle bottom.
Throttle bottom.
Sounds like a threatened punishment.
Throttle bottom.
When you were a kid, your parents would get out the belt and
throttle your bottom.
Yes.
Throttle bottom.
There you go. Throttle bottom.
All right. What's the definition?
All right. So your first option, option number 1 is
a harmless incompetent in public office.
Donald Trump? Well, he's not really harmless.
Not harmless. No. I will not speak to the man's competency. I'll leave that to a doctor. Okay. Option number 2.
An automotive engine component responsible for the flow of fuel and air in a carbureted engine. The throttle bottom is typically controlled by the accelerator pedal and are essential for a smooth-running engine.
That's option number 2. And then finally, we've got option number 3.
A specialized kitchen utensil used to precisely control the flow of poured or drizzled liquids. Most throttle bottoms consist of a small ergonomic vessel with a narrow spout and a built-in mechanism to control the flow rate of the poured liquid.
All right, those are your options. You've got a harmless incompetent in public office. You've got an engine component or a specialized kitchen utensil. I played that Jeopardy music that we still don't have, but
Yeah, but it's still not existing yet. So
well, let's leave it up here for a few seconds and see if we get some answers from the crowd tonight.
I'm definitely leaning between number 2 and 3.
You're somewhere between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Got Silver Spider coming in with option A or number 1. Andy, you're leaning towards 2 or 3. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Hmm.
What else, guys? What do you think?
Well, the throttle piece is usually thrown around with engines and whatnot, right? So
1. Yes, A, 1. Major, no clue. 3? 3, maybe? I don't know.
I'm gonna lock in at number 2.
Kim coming in at 2. So we've got we've got 1 for 1. A no clue, maybe 3. Kim for 2, and you are
2.
2. So that's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
All right, that's our front runner. Kim got a very lovely profile picture. I can say that. That's my wife. Okay. Any more for any more?
I don't know.
All right. Well, if you said, K-Daw coming in at number 2. 2 is really taking it away tonight.
3 for 2.
All right. Well, if you said anything other than, where's my button? There it is. If you said anything other than number 1, you are incorrect. Throttle bottom is a harmless incompetent in a public office. Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't do a whole lot of research on the word origin, but from what I did see, it may have actually been somebody's last name.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that something, eh?
Old Chester B. Throttlebottom. I'm running for office.
Well, there you go, man. That has been Lexicon for this week. Come back next week when I'll have another nonsensical word for you to figure out, and maybe we'll get it right next time. All right, Andy, what's next?
Oh, Facebook users.
Oh, wait, what do we got? I've heard it both ways. I've heard it both ways. All right.
Moving on here. So we all know that Darth Jar Jar isn't real. And
That has been, no, I know. And of course, now we've got.
Or is he?
Well,
Ahmed Best has teased a return to the Star Wars universe in some way in a cryptic new post on Instagram. He's quoted as saying on here, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. But then he's got the hashtags that go with it. Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks, Activision, Jedi, Sith Lord, and Keller and Beck.
Oh, Activision. So he's doing a game.
Could be a game, yeah.
Absolutely, it's a game. I mean,
in the photo, he's definitely in the mocap suit.
I do like, there's an interesting little detail here. Like, besides all the dots on his face, the 2 giant dots on the side of his head.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing any of the behind the scenes stuff filming the Phantom Menace and that stupid like foam head they made him wear?
Yeah.
And then they made him wear glasses so people wouldn't look at his eyes.
Yep.
So dumb. This is interesting.
New technology.
You know, I really, okay. I like the joke as much as anybody else. In fact, we did our own version of Star Wars Infinities, and Andy, you actually,
I think
you wrote a short on what if
he actually turned.
He did become Darth, a Sith Lord.
Darth Binks.
Yeah. I think the memes are funny. I think the whole idea is kind of funny. I will be very upset if they actually do something canonically and go in that direction with that character.
Make it a Star Wars tale, Elseworlds, or a what if.
I mean, we've got Visions. So
Yes.
if they put it in that Visions continuity, which is anything goes,
Yep.
I'm okay with that. But you cannot take this character and canonically make them a Sith Lord.
No. He displayed no force sensitivity whatsoever throughout the original prequels.
Jar Jar, you're going to be in Combat General. What? No.
Misa in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But maybe it's just like a little throwaway and he's really just there to mocap for Keller and Beck.
I think given the dots on the side of his head, I think that's supposed to be the eye line for maybe another actor.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and to me, that is pretty indicative of the high set
Duncan.
eyes for Jar Jar.
Duncan, yeah.
Listen, I am very forgiving of the prequel trilogy. I've gone back and watched again.
It's good.
The Phantom Menace. It's the one I saw theatrically more times than any other Star
Duel of
Wars.
the Fates.
I'm okay. I'm okay with Jar Jar.
Yeah,
I really am. You some people going to play?
maybe.
If there's a new Star Wars game, I will definitely be in line to buy it, especially if it's on console. It has to be on Xbox, or otherwise, I'm not going to play.
I'm not going to play till I get to that new console. So,
how many generations did you say you're behind?
I'm 2 generations.
Two generations. So PlayStation 2.
No, I'm still on 3.
Oh, right. So there's a PS4, PS5. So yeah, you're two back.
Yep.
All right. I am happy to see Ahmed Best back in the Star Wars universe.
It was nice to see him get the proper
the love
reception that he should have got all along.
Yeah. Reminder to all the people that were cruel to him and Jake Lloyd. You guys are assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people too behind those.
Absolutely.
Behind those silver screens.
Yep.
But speaking of good people, this next one is phenomenal.
All right. Oh.
Yes.
This is my story.
This is the one you wanted to bring up.
Okay,
this is so cool.
This isn't exactly pop culture. I'm going to call this one pop culture adjacent.
Yes.
How's that?
Because it made its way into meme culture.
I love this one. Can I just read this?
Yes, go for it.
This meme says, this for our audio audience. Meme comes out, one day last week. It says, Elon Musk paid $44 billion to ruin Twitter. Jeff Bezos spends $5.5 billion to go to space for 4 minutes. But Ruth Goatsman, a professor and 93-year-old widow of Wall Street financier, just donated $1 billion so students can go to Bronx Medical School for free. As soon as I saw the meme, I went and looked it up. I found the New York Times, and there it was.
Yep.
100% real. So then after I saw that, I went and I did some looking, and I asked the Google machine to tell me what was the average tuition for a year's worth of medical school.
Yeah.
And it said that medical schools in North America between Canada and the US can be as much as $60,000 a year.
Ooh,
so
you need like 7 years.
7 years for a PhD. But if you divide that up and do the math, it's still over 2,000 new doctors.
Ooh.
So that's a pretty exceptional donation. And like you said, it kind of puts every other,
how billionaires should be acting.
Yeah, it puts all the other, billionaires sort of on notice that, like, hey, you can do some good.
Be helping the world instead
could be
of going
doing
to
some
space
good.
for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Not saying that space exploration isn't important.
Yeah, but taking a fucking joyride isn't.
Was it a joyride?
It was a joyride.
Are we calling it that?
Yeah.
But even that, listen, as somebody who has a very cursory understanding of strategy, there would be some strategy in doing that just to generate excitement for space exploration.
Space taxi.
Not saying that, these are comparable, because they are not. But I just love this one, and we're users of X.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elon, stuff it. I mean, good for you for, funding Gina Carano's lawsuit, but
yeah,
this is what the billionaires should be doing.
Yeah. 100%.
That's my piece.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's a quote here from Ruth. It says, I am very thankful to my late husband, Sandy, for leaving me these funds in my care, and I feel blessed to be given the great privilege of making this gift to such a worthy cause. So
it absolutely is.
Yeah. I mean, she's 93 years old. She's passing on to something that will outlive her.
Yeah.
And affect the lives.
No, absolutely.
Countless.
Absolutely. I mean, 2,000 new doctors that are going to come in contact with how many people over the course of their career?
Yep.
So yeah, it really will be touching. You mean X, formerly Twitter? I didn't actually say it this week.
Oh.
I just said X. X, formerly Twitter. No,
Do
I
you
didn't
even
say it.
X'd?
Yeah, do you even X? Somebody watches our show.
Yeah.
Yes, I X. In fact, I X'd this week.
Did you?
I did. I was playing around on all of our social media this week and sort of harmonizing our images
Nice.
so we all look the same now.
Cool.
With too many logos flying around. Like, this is going to be confusing.
But please don't ignore our t-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. I swear to God, I didn't say it, and then you had to go and write that. You mean X, formerly Twitter?
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
So this next one's kind of neat for an actress standing up for herself.
Oh, okay. Was it Gina Carano again?
No, it's Rebecca Ferguson. Yeah.
The Lady Jessica.
Yeah. She has said that her idiot co-star screamed at her. She would cry walking off set until finally she fired back. "You can fuck off. I never want to see you again."
Yeah, she didn't name who it was,
she has
nor
not.
what production she was working on. But you
No.
know, now everybody's like,
Who was it?
Who was it? Silver Spider probably Xing more because Facebook was down.
True.
I love it. Oh my God. Oh, I got to be faster at this stuff.
There you go.
Yes.
But yeah, she revealed it in the an interview on the Rain with Josh Smith podcast.
Yep.
That she was once screamed at by a co-star on the set to such an unprofessional degree that she ultimately fired back and requested she only act opposite of the back of the actor's head.
Yeah, there was more to that story too. Like, and the director, I guess, at first was like,
Accommodate him. He's the
basically
number
he's
one
the
on
he's
the
the star,
list,
number one on
yeah.
the call sheet. You can't be like that. And then I guess sort of ate his own words and said, "I'm sorry, I should be
Yeah.
protecting everybody."
not just the friggin' guy at the top of the list.
That's right. I mean, the director is the boss. So
Yeah. So I guess because the person was number one on the call sheet, she said there was no safety net for her and no one had her back. But the experience was the first time she had ever spoken up for herself as an actor on set. And when she arrived the next day, told the actor, "Get off my set. You can fuck off. I'm going to work towards a tennis ball. I never want to see you again."
that's funny.
Yeah.
Especially now, I really want to know who it was. You told an A-lister to go,
Yeah.
or you told the number one to take a
Yeah.
hike
But
in some not nice terms.
I guess, like you said, then the producer came up and said, "You can't do that to number one." And
Oh yes, yes,
she
I can.
said, "Well, fine. He can turn around and I can act to the back of his head," which is what she did. But in doing so, she felt scared, even when she was saying it in this interview. But she's in the right. Like, they can't just treat you like crap.
No.
You got to stand up for yourself. At some
Well,
point.
I mean, and how many things that we heard the what's his name? The Christian Bale rant.
Yes.
We all heard that. What was there was another one.
Was there a Tom Cruise one?
Yeah,
On
I
a
think
Mission
there was.
Impossible set?
Yeah, I think
Where
there
he
was.
going
Yeah.
off? But
Yeah.
she also said it was a great moment, or it was great from that moment, but it took so long for her to get there. So, victory.
Did I tell you how good she was in Dune?
Well, you said
Sorry,
it was
I
something of a
I
masterpiece.
can't stop
so.
talking about it. Oh, she is like drippingly good in part 2. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Seriously, her character, the development of her character from part 1 to part 2, night and day. So good.
Best actress contender?
Well, it's sci-fi, and sci-fi never
Yeah,
really
they
gets,
kinda get this
her
nod.
acting awards. They never get it, but so good.
Maybe then. But even though she didn't name the actor, she did get some support from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
Oh yeah.
because they co-starred back in 2014's Hercules.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw that movie. I remember him. I don't remember her.
Yeah.
It's weird. That's another case because there was another Hercules that came out
There
the
was a
same year,
second
the
one.
one with Kellen Lutz.
Yeah.
Which is why Kellen Lutz became my number one choice for He-Man.
Yeah.
Was because of that Hercules. But yeah.
But he posted on X, so he went and did an X. Hate seeing this, but love seeing her stand up to bullshit. Rebecca was my guardian angel sent from heaven on our set. I love that
Yeah.
woman, and I'd like to find out who did this.
You and me both, Rocky.
Yeah.
TJC's here. Good morning, all. Hello, good morning to you. I guess it is morning where you are, isn't it? It's early morning where you are.
Yes.
Wow. What we're after midnight, after 1,
Something
I
like that.
believe, probably closer to 2 where you are.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a great night, a late night gaming session, maybe?
Maybe. But if you do want to go and check out the full interview, we did post a link in the show notes. So go check that out. Moving on here, though, Power Rangers is getting a reboot on Netflix. And apparently the episodes are going to be 1 hour long.
Wait a minute. This one flew under my radar. When did this come out?
This one came out not too long ago. But I guess it's been floating around for quite a while.
Really?
Jenny Klein was hired in 2022 to be the showrunner for the new Power Ranger series.
Okay.
And that was updated this February. And the project description on the site is, I am currently under contract with E1 to create Power Rangers for Netflix with Jonathan Entwistle.
Yeah.
So that's the first name attached to the project.
It's interesting that now, is this image from Netflix?
This one was just floating around on.
It's interesting that they've used Mighty Morphin.
It is.
Are we presuming that it's?
I'm thinking they're going to go back to basics and start again with the Mighty Morphin era.
Now, they tried to do this with the movie, right?
Yeah.
They tried to separate it from the Sentai origins and tried to make them sort of superheroes.
Yeah.
There's a Netflix.
Well, which movie are we talking about here? Are we talking about Ivan Ooze movie back in the day, or
No, the most recent
one with Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that most recent one where they tried to separate from the Sentai origins and make it more
alien,
North American.
I guess so.
Do you do the same thing with a TV series? Like, I mean, I'll use Masters of the Universe as the example. Like the Netflix Master. Now that's animation, so that's a little bit different. But I think we could both agree that the new Masters of the Universe has reinvigorated the franchise in a way that we didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
It has the right blending of nostalgia and new stuff.
Yeah.
Do you stick to the campiness that Power Rangers has kind of been built around?
I don't think so. I think you go aim it a little bit more mature. I don't know if you remember that fan film that was floating around a few years back.
The White Ranger one? Oh no, that's
no. It was it involved the Black Ranger, the Pink Ranger, Green, and I think a couple more got killed off, but they went like R-rated.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and it was really good.
Okay.
It was only like 12 minutes long, but you know, having grown up with the Power Rangers, that's where they could have eventually got to.
I think of like other, and this just came to me now, also Netflix, but talk about an update that honors the original but goes in a more mature direction. Voltron Legendary Defender.
Yeah.
Do you reboot it that way?
Maybe.
I'm interested in this.
Like anything they do is going to be held beside Tommy's Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
No, you're right. You're right.
Because he did set the standard for it.
And I've said this before, like Power Rangers has never been my thing. I'm an 80s guy.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like
it's 90s.
90s. So it was on the tail end of like the shows that I wanted to watch. Like I was just on my way out of that stuff. But if I had any kinship towards any iteration of Power Rangers, it's Mighty Morphin, because that's the one that started everything.
Yeah.
And we all kind of watched it when it was new going, what's this?
Yeah.
It didn't resonate with me.
No.
Now, but granted, I went to the theater for those movies that were based on the original Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
And I thought they were pretty good. I did see the new one too. So I'm willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
I'm willing to give it a chance. If it sticks to the tried and true, it might not be for me, but I am willing to give it a try.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of reboots, this next one caught me off guard.
But, me too.
But I'm feeling a little bit better after looking into it further.
Did you get the quote?
I don't know if I got the quote.
Oh, I remember it.
Okay.
Oh my
Liam
God.
Neeson will be taking over the role of Frank Drebin in the Naked Gun.
The Naked Gun. He was quoted as saying something like, "It'll either end my career or take it in a different direction."
Well, that's true. But yeah, apparently they've announced already. Paramount Studios has announced that July 18th, 2025 will be the release date for it.
I have a particular set of comedic skills.
Yeah. the reboot will be directed and executive produced by Lonely Island's Akiva Schaffer. So I don't know if you're familiar with
The Lonely Island. Oh yeah,
Andy Samberg and them.
The group, yes,
yeah,
the musical
best
act.
non-rappers out there,
Yeah.
or the best fake rappers, what you want to call
them. Well, was it the Michael Bolton song?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I think I've watched pretty much every Lonely Island video out there.
Yeah, but apparently he co-wrote the draft for the script with his Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers collaborators, Dan Greger and Doug Mann, and it's being produced by Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane and Erica Huggins from the Fuzzy Door Company. So with those names attached, it gives me a little bit of faith.
I have been watching the new Ted, and it has grown on me.
Oh, I love the new Ted.
It did not hit right away. It's been a slow burn for me, but I don't know. I mean, I did see The Naked Gun and what, 2.5?
It was 33 and a third.
33 and a third, yeah.
From the Files of Police Squad, the TV series.
I did not watch that one.
No.
So I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it does feel like a joke that wrote itself, though. I mean, even Liam Neeson would admit that the number of these like tough guy, like he said, I can't do the tough guy forever. Does this not seem like the next logical step, though? Like taking all those roles that he's done, because they're going to do the Hot Shots treatment here. Like it's gonna parody probably every tough guy movie he's been in.
Probably.
I would be surprised,
especially with him working with McFarlane before, right? On like Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah. I would be surprised if it doesn't. He's a funny guy, though. He really is a funny guy. Yeah. He was in that. Ricky Gervais did a it's a comedy. I don't want to call it a mockumentary because it's pure fiction, but it was based on Warwick Davis's life, and Warwick Davis stars in it.
The Short Life,
Short Life,
yeah.
And of course, the whole first season is all like cameos every episode, and he's in one of them, right? And he's trying to like he's reading lines for, hey Ricky, what do you think of this? Anyway, you know what? It could be okay.
I think so.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Sorry, do we have a tentative release?
Yeah, July 18th, 2025.
Oh, 2025. Okay, so not too far. We're just over a year away.
Just over.
All right.
But yeah, apparently Ed Helms was in talks to be taking up Nielsen's role back in 2014.
Yeah.
But so that's been pushed to the wayside now, and he was, according to Deadline, Neeson was he committed to it after being approached by Seth MacFarlane, and I guess they worked together on Ted 2, The Orville, and like I said, Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Should be good, but
I mean, it's not.
It depends what direction they take it in, right?
It's not Leslie Nielsen.
No, but who is?
Oh no, exactly.
Yeah. This next one, it's not so much new information, but kind of a good thing to know. The X-Files creator Chris Carter has given Ryan Coogler's reboot his blessing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
is this going to be a TV series?
I believe so. But Carter will not be directing or anything. He's just going to serve as a cheerleader for the new project.
Interesting. Do we have any more details on Premise? I mean, obviously it's the X-Files, but
no, but there is a quote here says from Carter. It says, "I'm not supposed to be talking about it according to Disney, but I'll tell you, yes, I've had conversations with him. Yes, he likes to go with a diverse cast, and yes, he's got some good ideas."
Okay.
So if Chris Carter's on board with it, then
so we should expect this to be the X-Files in name only and have nothing to do with the original show?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
But again, not a lot of details are out, but if it's in the works, it's a good thing. Because I guess they were waiting for stuff to be hammered out between Disney and Fox.
Oh yeah, I mean the whole merger
takeover deal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean X-Files again wasn't my thing.
Oh, I love that show.
My wife loved it. She watched it a lot.
The reboot miniseries kind of left me wanting though.
Oh, they brought them Scully and Mulder back for that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they brought them back, and then they had to deal with some sort of alien invasion, and it kind of crapped out by the last episode. So
I always thought it would be great crossover moment. You know the poster. I want to believe.
oh yeah, yeah,
Should be countered with the Ghostbusters. We believe you.
there you go.
There's crossover magic right there.
Yep. But moving on here. Apparently Mark Ruffalo has put his opinion out on the MCU and the streaming shows, and people are saying he's right about how Marvel TV shows are hurting the MCU.
You know, it's hard for me to get there, but part of me is in agreement with that. You know, it takes away from the anticipation of what's going to happen in the next movie.
Yeah, it's almost catering to the shorter attention span, I want to say.
I don't necessarily. I don't know. It's different. It's equatable to Star Wars. Like, you know, and people say this about Star Wars. I don't want to have to read every book and comic and watch every cartoon to understand what's going on in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, how do you separate that? Star Wars actually done a pretty good job because you could watch The Mandalorian
And not
never
necessarily
having
have-
watched any of the cartoons,
Yeah.
read a book. You could watch it and it's fine. You would have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
The MCU is a little more tricky.
It is.
It's a little more.
There's a lot more interconnection that they
Yeah.
hinge on. But Mark Ruffalo is quoted as saying, "I think the expansion into streaming was really exciting, but the thing about Marvel movies is you had to wait 3 years, and that created a mystique."
Oh, there you go. Like that doesn't that say it all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, nothing has held my attention or had me as excited as the Phase 1 stuff.
Yeah.
Or the Infinity Saga, I should say.
True.
Phase 1. No, that's
Yeah. The latest phases kind of feel like they're throwing it at the wall to see what's going to stick and take them forward.
yeah. I mean, they should just be building off the Loki TV show because that was fire, man. That was so
Yeah.
good.
You know, he says also, you know, as long as they keep up in the quality for the streaming stuff, that's enough to pull people in. And I think so.
You do have to though. You do
Yeah.
have to hit a certain benchmark on quality and you know,
Yeah.
for everybody who liked She-Hulk, I think there's probably one or two that kind of
That
went,
didn't.
what the hell?
Yeah.
So I have high expectations for this Daredevil thing. And Echo came
Echo
out
was
and
good.
I felt I'm not an indigenous person, but I have to think that if I were an indigenous person watching that, I would feel pretty decent about it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was, to me, it felt like it was something special.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why they had such low hopes for it.
That surprised me. You know,
She delivered an awesome performance. D'Onofrio killed it again.
absolutely. Two new indigenous characters from the MCU.
Yeah.
Almost back to back because we've got that other character
In the What If
What
series,
If, yeah.
yeah.
And I'm excited to see more of both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, moving over to their competition.
Speaking of streaming.
Yeah, apparently Netflix is expected to.
That's
hike their
right.
prices.
Next flicks because
Yeah.
you're going to pay some more on the next one.
Yeah. So they're reporting that price increases will go up later this year, and they're hoping to grow their revenues, which of course they are.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
This might be the year that I get that VPN.
yeah.
If you're going to charge me more, I'll pay you for it, but I'm going to get all the Netflixes,
Yeah.
all the countries.
Analysts expect that Netflix's total revenue growth is going to rise to 15% in 2024, much higher than the 7% revenue boost last year.
Are they still the front running streaming service?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
Their
actual
subscriber number went up. Their streaming service shares are up to $6.85 per share, up from $5.70.
Oh, wow.
And it's only going to get bigger come the end of the year with the WWE merger.
Oh, yes, that's
because
right.
They're taking all of that.
That's right. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. So the basic plan was $9.99 and it increased to $11.99 for US. But then the premium plan jumped from $19.99 to $22.99, again American.
Oh,
So,
we're well beyond that then.
Yeah. They haven't officially announced the new price hike yet, but again, they're expecting to announce it sometime during the fourth quarter.
Right.
So, are they going to still have the amount of stuff people want?
Well, as long
Or
as they
is
can keep securing,
WWE enough to keep it going?
I mean, with the WWE shutting down the network,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to go somewhere.
Yep.
And I mean, if Netflix was the number one choice and they went, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole other classification of viewer that maybe wouldn't subscribe to Netflix.
Normally, yeah.
Right.
But apparently there's a new heist comedy coming at some point starring Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
So that'll be a good one. And just recently they released Spaceman with Adam Sandler. So
I watched a bit of a.
I watched it.
Oh, you did?
It's
And
not bad.
so I've heard people talk about Spaceman and talking about his performance as being noteworthy.
I would say so.
That he hasn't done dramatic like this since the Diamond movie, the Jewel movie.
I don't remember.
It was another Netflix thing.
Okay.
Anyway, apparently Adam Sandler can still act in dramatic roles.
Yes, he can.
The spider thing was kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's all right, but by the end you're kind of.
That's what Paul Dano.
Yes.
That's our Riddler from the new Batman.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a watch. Yeah, Netflix gonna go up though.
Yeah.
Again.
But this next one here, it's kind of weird, but apparently former WWE Diva Sunny.
Oh, yeah.
Who is currently.
This one kind of made me go, what?
Yeah, she's currently serving a 17-year prison sentence for a fatal car crash where she vehicularly manslaughtered another guy. Her fellow inmates are trying to sell her underwear on eBay.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's the same person?
That's the same person. A bunch of years removed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hall of Famer Tammy Lynn Sitch, aka Sunny, she's adjusting to life behind bars. She's 51 now.
Right.
And she was sentenced to 17 years in prison 2 years ago. And part of the adjustment, she's doing call-ins to podcasts for interviews.
Oh boy.
To, I guess, remain relevant. But she was dubbed a danger to society in a court.
Oh my God. The judge called her that?
Yeah, because she could not stop drinking and driving.
No remorse.
No. But, and again, like this is her drinking and driving killed a guy. And what she talks about on this podcast, there's no remorse whatsoever.
Listen, Vince Neil had a impaired and he got away with it.
Yeah.
So did Matthew Broderick, who had an impaired that killed somebody, got away with it.
Huh.
So it's like, it's tough, man. I mean, yes. Legends. Hello, sir. Hello. It's tough to know, like, it's hard to weigh on this stuff when like some get away with it and some don't.
Yeah.
You know, apparently her level of celebrity was not enough to get away with it.
No. But on this appearance, apparently she talks about how she misses men and
oh boy,
that fellow inmates have tried to get her to autograph so they could sell it on eBay.
She misses men.
Yeah, like her ID and her underwear. She's quoting as saying, "I was still in county jail before I got here. One girl asked for my personal ID for me to sign it so she could take it home and sell it on eBay. I said no, and then another girl, believe it or not, had the balls to ask me for my underwear."
Pass.
Yeah.
That's a pass.
So needless to say, she didn't autograph either of those, and she doesn't think she's going to be doing that in the foreseeable future. But people are thinking that it's going to be a very long 17 years for her. She's approaching 2 years in with no male contact.
No extracurriculars.
And she's also going to say it's already been 22 months without it. And let me tell you, it's rough. It's like you become a virgin again. That's insane. I've never been into the girls. I've never kissed a girl. I'm strictly dickly. So
I'm sorry. That's a quote.
That's a quote.
I'm strictly dickly.
She's acted like she's almost not in prison.
That's
like, what did you expect? It was going to be a co-ed party in there? There's more quotes.
Okay.
I love men, but when you're here, you really don't have an option. If you want any kind of affection or connection with anyone, it's a girl thing. You have no choice.
Well, you do have a choice. You can abstain.
Yeah, you
You
can.
don't have to have those types of relationships
need
in
a-
prison.
No.
I saw Orange is the New Black. Everybody was doing everybody.
Another quote says, but there's really nobody that would be up to par for me. So I might have to wait a little while until somebody of quality comes in.
I'm sorry.
Based on the
I'm
now
sorry.
photo,
I was going to say,
shoot your
nobody
expectations
up
down a
to
little
par
bar.
for me. Have you looked in a mirror in the last couple years?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm the last person to judge somebody on their appearance, but like that is like, hello.
Starting at where she did as AOL's most downloaded celebrity on the internet in the late 90s.
AOL, oh, America Online. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So she is not there anymore. But
Is she one of the divas that went on to have a porn career?
I don't know for sure if there was like a full-on porn or just
Sure.
like a
Like some
one of those fan sites.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
Like before OnlyFans.
yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, she's stuck in jail for another 15 years, and by the time she gets out, I guess any dick will do.
So wait, she's what? 50
51.
51 and she's got 17 more years.
15 more years.
Oh, 15 more years. So she will be 66.
Yep.
When she gets out. Wow. Up to par.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess have high standards. As long as you can.
I guess.
This next one is definitely a high standard. Thank you, Chinese developers. Apparently, there is a new super DVD that can hold more movies than you can ever watch.
I think this is interesting.
This is.
Every time there's a new leap forward in technology, how many different ways can we use this?
Yep. A new study says scientists are on the verge of creating a DVD that can store 220,000 movies. So, yeah, DVDs could be coming back in a huge way.
Sure, but I mean, you're still not going to have one disc with your whole collection on it. You're just not, unless that technology unless that technology and the ability to write those, there's a consumer version of doing that. There's no way the studios are going to let that happen.
No.
Studios will put out collections of movies.
Could you imagine paying what you would have to, like, say they want their standard $25 per film.
Yep.
And being generous, say there's 1,000 films on it. You're still not going to pay that much for
Absolutely
one of
not.
those discs.
No way. I think the consumer, somebody will figure out how to do this at home with a computer,
and then it'll take off.
Yeah. And then the blanks they'll be the cassette tape tax all over again.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean the thought of that is cool, but like what's this technology? So traditional DVD was like one writable layer.
Yeah, and they're trying to make a disc with upwards of 100 layers.
100 layers. So there's your breakthrough. It's cool. I don't know if we'll ever see the results of that in a home consumer way.
Maybe, but if we are, it's ways off.
I can see, like we got to store like huge amounts of information for like databases and stuff. I can see that getting used.
Yeah, but at the same time, a disc is still a fragile thing, right? And what they're saying is they're trying to increase the capacity to the petabyte level.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And could you imagine putting a scratch through that disc and you lose how much?
Well, yeah. Now it's not just one layer. It's
what's
upwards of 100 layers.
Yep.
So is toothpaste polishing still going to work?
I don't know.
You ever polished a CD with toothpaste?
Yes.
And it works.
Yeah.
Just can't use the gel. You got to use regular toothpaste.
Yep. Yeah, where it goes from here, we don't know, but
cassette tapes had the pencil.
Yeah.
CDs got the toothpaste.
Silver Spider, right? They still expire. Discs eventually do go bad.
They do. Like
they've got like an 80-year shelf life or something like that.
It's the same thing with VHS cassettes. Like VHS tapes, the best lifespan of a VHS tape is like 25 years.
Yeah.
After that, the celluloid just
starts to degrade.
It just falls apart.
Yeah. But we do need to find something that we can catalog all our movies and whatnot on.
I don't know. I don't know what it what's the oscilloscope? With the little pencil drawings on the little spinny thing. I don't know.
They'll all just get passed down in tails.
Oh, just bring back the laser disc, man. But isn't the laser disc just the precursor to the compact disc? The technology is fairly simple, similar, is it not?
Yeah, because it's just a giant DVD.
So wait. Now, before the laser disc, what about the video disc? Remember the video disc? It was like a record where you had to like insert the whole jacket into the machine.
It took it out for you.
And then you flipped it over. Like you watched half your movie on one side of the record, then flipped it over. Would that be more?
Maybe.
I don't know. I want my films on LP size discs. The video disc. That's exactly what they were.
Yeah.
My grade 5 teacher, I think he kept a video disc going by himself. He had an immense collection of video discs.
Nice.
And a couple times a year, he would bring the machine in, and we would watch movies in class. Yeah,
I think we still have one at home.
Video disc.
Yeah.
Did you guys have one?
No,
you didn't have the machine.
We inherited it from my grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather had one.
Yeah.
So he would have been on the leading edge of stuff.
So
he must have liked technology then.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's cool.
Moving on here to we're getting close to the end.
Oh, are we getting there?
We're getting there.
Oh, all right.
This one, I had not seen the trailer until today, but I had heard rumblings about it, and it looks pretty good. Ricky Stanicky.
Ricky Stanicky
is coming to Prime on
Zac Efron and John Cena.
Yes.
Wow, he looks like a schoolgirl.
He does look like a schoolgirl. The tagline is "The Man, the Myth, the Lie." Meet Ricky Stanicky.
Oh no! Wait, is this an actual
comedy movie? Well, I'll get to that section in a second. Here.
Okay, I'm looking at this thing going, wait, is that real?
That is real.
Oh my God.
So the synopsis reads here, when 3 childhood best friends pull a prank gone wrong, they invent the imaginary Ricky Stanicky to get them out of trouble. And 20 years after creating this friend, Dean, JT, and Wes, played by Zac Efron, Andrew Santin, I'm pulling a U this morning.
What?
Santino.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
Jermaine Fowler still use the non-existent Ricky as a handy alibi for their immature behavior. But when their spouses and partners get suspicious and demand to finally meet the fabled Mr. Stanicky, the guilty trio decide to hire a washed-up actor and raunchy celebrity impersonator, Rock Hard Rod, played by John Cena, to bring him to life. But when Rod takes his role of a lifetime too far, they begin to wish they'd never invented Ricky in the first place.
He's going to be the all comedy version of Peacemaker,
basically,
without any of the killing.
Yeah. But director Peter Farrelly and additional cast members include William H. Macy, Lex Scott Davis, and Anja Savick.
So wait,
but the other thing is part of a viral marketing campaign.
Okay.
John Cena teased that he was releasing an OnlyFans page, but it showed up under the name Ricky Stanicky. And it is literally a legitimate OnlyFans page. So you can subscribe to it. And it's got a whole bunch of posts that they got really misleading, spicy posts like, watch me play with these balls.
Sure.
And then when you see it, literally he's juggling balls.
I'm curious to know if that will continue once it's series or
movie.
It is a movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Prime Video.
Will
this continue after the movie launches, or will they shut it down?
Depends if there's a sequel.
It's interesting that they're spending the money on that to do that.
Yeah. But the account, it reads, you found the verified OnlyFans account for Ricky Stanicky, renowned impersonator, philanthropist, investment banker, socialite, cancer survivor, and method actor. Subscribe to get spicy pics and vids.
Spicy.
Yeah.
It'll be some guy eating a jalapeno or something.
Exactly. And it's all like tongue-in-cheek stuff. So like, watch me work the rod, and he's fishing.
Yeah.
But
we had a thing. We had a like a school carnival, and one of the events was see the man eating fish. And I walked through the door, and was one of the teachers eating a can of sardines.
The man eating fish.
There
you go.
You know what? John Cena isn't always my cup of tea,
but his comedy chops are there. And based on this trailer,
he's growing on me.
Yeah,
he's growing on me. Like I did like Peacemaker, and I mean, if it's anything like that, if the comedy is anything like that.
Did you see Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2 with
Zac
Efron?
Yeah.
Because Zac, he's playing more of a more
Straight
of the Seth
legs.
Rogen role. In
Yeah,
this one,
yeah.
but it looks awesome.
Have they worked together before, the two of them?
I don't know for sure because I know Efron's worked with The Rock in Baywatch,
That's right.
and that's like
Yeah.
one step removed from Cena, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, it should be good. Comes out on Prime tomorrow, or no, 2 days from now,
Oh, this week.
the 7th.
Yeah, 2 days. So Thursday.
Yeah.
I guess I know what I'm watching Thursday night.
Ricky Stanicky.
Ricky Stanicky.
Moving on here, I think this is our second last one of the night.
We're getting right down to the wire tonight.
So if you wanted to call in, you should probably do so.
Yeah, if you got anything that you want to talk about that we didn't cover tonight,
Mhm.
and you want to bring it to our attention, now's the time to do so.
Yeah. But down in the South Beach Wine and Food Festival in Miami last week,
Okay.
DJ Khalid, who is a legendary sneaker collector
Oh yeah.
with a collection of upwards of 10,000 plus pairs of shoes, he does not like getting them dirty. So
Then don't fucking wear them.
as he arrived to perform at this festival, he was immediately concerned about getting his Air Jordans dirty in the sand leading to the stage. So he had his security team carry him, quoted as saying, "I don't want to get my Jordans dirty. Can I get everybody to help me?" And this is as he exited his car, which they did. They carried him from his car to the stage. And he says, "Thank you, brothers. I appreciate it."
Yeah, with a big fat paycheck. Like,
It's just dust.
how much
Like,
crap, like when you work for someone like that, and I don't mean like celebrities in general that have these big entourages of people, how much crap do you just suppress and eat because they're paying you some ludicrous amount of money?
I don't know if you've seen the latest insurance commercial starring Martin Short.
I don't think so, no.
Well, he comes on the stage and fucks up the lines, and then
So he's not coming out as Jiminy Glick.
no, but he's like, "I'm tired." So his bouncer guy comes up and cradles him, and then he's not even listening to the director, and he's like, "Okay, I'm hungry." So they feed him, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm ready to go." So he carries him to the car, or no, carries him out to a helicopter,
Oh wow.
which flies him across the parking lot to his car. And it's
Oh,
there's
that's
a whole
funny.
series of them, right? But it's just this on steroids.
Sure. I mean,
And like I get collecting. I don't want my collectibles to get dirty, but
we're
if you're
talking
collecting
like
shoes.
do you see a cloud in the sky there?
No,
So I don't suppose the ground was wet.
no. If anything, it'd be nice and sandy and
So they got a little
Dusty?
dusty that you could like brush them off.
wipe them off with a Swiffer towel or something.
I mean, I get it. He's in shorts, so you couldn't do the, on the cross the back of your pant leg like normal people do.
If you're that worried about them, why wear them?
Is this just opulent like celebrity
I think so.
arrogance?
Maybe,
Is that the right? What would you call it that?
maybe. Because like if we learned anything from She-Hulk, you get one to rock and one to stock.
Yes.
So you keep your one good pair stocked away.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Your other ones can get dusty.
Yeah, I get it though. I mean, what'd you say? 10,000 pairs?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like you at that point, you have a storage facility for those.
Yeah,
It's not in
you
your
would need
closet.
one.
That's not in your closet or in your house. You have a storage facility for that kind of stuff.
And can I see this storage facility, please?
I just can't. I guess being just little old me, I can't conceive of asking somebody to carry me because I don't want to get my shoes dirty.
Yeah. It's just weird.
There are people in the world that don't even have shoes.
Yeah. Let alone dirty ones.
That's what I mean. Here's some sandals made out of some fucking plastic pop bottles. All right.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
But that does bring us to our last item.
Oh, we're hitting the end of the night.
We are.
Oh, well, it is that time once again where we talk about Andy. I mean, he's sitting right. Oh, I guess he's right there.
Somewhere.
You know where he's at. He's out in the aisles. He's hunting for you and me so we can save a few dollars with this week's a toy hunting tip at Dollarama.
Yep.
What's on this week?
Not
man?
a lot of new stuff out this week, but a couple interesting ones. Ravel Tails.
What's?
What these are little plushy figures raveled up in a ball of yarn.
Oh,
You unravel it and then you get to, build your own bed for the creature, whatever you may get.
Okay.
They're selling for $4, but they regularly retail for $14.99 and up.
That's a pretty decent sized box. That looks somewhere between like smaller than a
It's like-
pop.
like the size of an 8-ball. Like
Oh,
Magic 8
okay.
ball.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, guys. Man, you're on the beach. You should be wearing flip flops.
Yeah,
Bingo.
beach attire. And then the next one up here, hitting the shelves again, because these have hit before, but they're the Eagle Moss DC hardcover graphic novels.
So I read that and I didn't understand what the Eagle Moss
They're just the ones
connection was.
publishing it,
As in Eagle Moss, the company that doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore.
Yeah. which is probably
Okay.
why they're showing up at Dollarama. But regular retail, I guess, used, you can get them for $13.75 and up. But
Oh, okay.
depending which story you find or which
Yep,
edition you
yep.
get, you could be looking at upwards of 120 on the secondary market.
Really?
Yeah,
Were these printed for some tie-in collectible?
don't know for sure, but I know there's a crap ton of them
Because Eagle Moss, I mean, we had some Eagle Moss stuff in the store. They did like
the little Marvel
the metal,
computer.
sure, and
Yeah.
then they did the chess pieces after that. I wonder if it was tied in with something like that, and these
Maybe.
just happened to be leftovers,
Maybe.
like just remaining stock.
But
I
like-
mean, obviously, it's Dollarama, so it's obviously overstock.
But for $5, you can't go wrong on a hardcover graphic novel. Especially
no,
if
you
you're a
can't.
Batman fan. Or
No, you
whatever.
can't. Yeah, that's right.
And they had like Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Justice League.
But they didn't happen to have that Kirby's New Gods, did they?
Not this go around when I found there.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the past, I have picked up Harley Quinn and Batgirl. And
Sure. We've picked up a few here and there. Like, I think I grabbed. Oh no, they're not even in this
can't
room
look
anymore.
here anymore.
They're not even in this room anymore. As I start looking for them, nope, they're not there anymore.
But that does bring us to the end.
Wow, it's been another show, another one come and gone. Here we are. But of course, tomorrow, in case you all
We
forgot,
get another episode.
it's Wednesday, which means I will be up bright and early, drinking in this week's episode of Star Wars: The Bad Batch, so that I can write Sunday's episode of our review series, The Fan Batch. That is our deep dive review series where we talk about this week's episode, covering all of the plot points, all of the Easter eggs, and all of the bigger lore connections that you may not have been aware of. And what makes us different on these ones? Well, we're never going to be first, but we are almost always thorough. And if last week is any proof, we covered a lot of stuff that the other guys missed.
Yep.
So if you like long form review, that's a show you might want to check out.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we'll be back next week with more Random Fandom as the news keeps her rolling.
Yes, it does.
All right, man.
Oh, and a secondary tip from Gaz.
Oh yeah. Kim, great. Those ravel tails, you can save the yarn to knit a sweater.
There you go. Double use.
I love it. Kim, great show, boys. Oh, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. You got anything you want to close out on before we say goodnight?
No, I think that's about all I got this week.
Okay, man. It's been another great one. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you come back next week, and we will see you next week. Whatever your thing is, everybody, remember, fan on. And for Fandom Power, my name is Wes,
I'm Andy.
and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.